Good morning everyone, I'm Michael Martin and this is Wake Up Wednesdays, a weekly show recapping what took place in Capcom fighting games and esports. This episode is going to be very focused. This week we're talking Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. In the past 2 weeks, players have claimed the Power Stone and Mind Stone at Red Bull Proving Grounds and Canada Cup, so we'll be covering that and stick around for an interview with Milan Games Week winner and Canada Cup runner-up, Richard Nguyen, who currently holds the Soul Stone. Let's get right into what took place at Red Bull Proving Grounds. Red Bull Proving Grounds might have been the most exciting top 8 in a Battle for the Stones tournament yet. Echo Fox's Sonic Fox said he wanted to go to Proving Grounds, presumably with the intent of winning the Power Stone. He's looked unbeatable up until recently and was a favorite to win the tournament despite not being a focused Marvel player. He looked great early on as he put Panda Global's coach Steve into loser's bracket in the first match of top 8, but if Sonic Fox was going to win that coveted Power Stone, he would need to get through Marvel veterans like Cloud 805. Cloud 805 dropped Street Fighter V E-League champ and EVO runner-up Punk into losers with a 3-0 win, and went on to beat Sonic Fox in winners finals 3-1. While he waited in grand finals, Panda Global's Ray Ray battled through the losers bracket, meeting up with Sonic Fox in losers finals. They fought in a tight set in which it looked like Sonic Fox might run away with the set, going up 2-0 before Ray Ray shored up his gameplay and tied it up. Unfortunately, he couldn't overcome the Echo Fox fighting game phenom, and Sonic Fox closed out the set 3-2 for another meeting with Cloud 805 in grand finals. This is when things get real interesting. Despite jumping out to quick leads, Cloud 805 couldn't close out Sonic Fox in any of the games in the first set. It looked like Sonic Fox was going to run away with another grand finals as he cleaned up 3-0 to reset the bracket. The next set would be a very different story as Cloud 805 was finally able to close out some games. The two went back and forth in a nail-biter of a set, and I realized I was holding my breath for most of the last 2 games. Take a look at that final moment of the final game with the set tied 2-2.
Yeah.
So, Storm, I'm sorry.
Oh! He gets the hit. No, okay.
That's fine, that's fine, that's fine.
Hold on here.
Sonic Fox in the
Sky
bad
dance.
spot.
Finally, I agree with that. I agree with that.
No, he's wearing them down little by little before he activates, and there it is. Uh-oh.
No
Ball
more
is
Mr.
in
Nice Guy.
Cloud's court right now.
No.
Oh, but get hits on the happy boo-boo. Very unfortunate for Cloud. And he's optimizing his damage as much as he can. Oh, my goodness, and he's killing that time on that Storm.
Yes.
No way, not like this. Into level 3. Root.
Okay, but it doesn't go down on the Storm Timer with the cinematic level 3. He wants as much damage as possible, though.
He still got
Zero
that
is
piss, though. He got that range
bleeding.
for the piss.
Zero
He's
is
gonna do it.
bleeding, and he's out there.
Oh!
Okay! Can he convert with Dante into the level 3?
He got it!
Catches Rocket Raccoon.
Wait a minute, he got a box.
He will get the box.
He does have the
Absolutely
box.
right, Yipes.
3
Oh,
bars to an
no.
almost full Space Stone.
Devil triggers up. Let me get that yellow life back. Segenmu up. Segenmu. Not just yet.
Oh, wow.
He messed up his mechs up.
That's all right.
That
He's sending Segenmu. Dante's still alive. Avoiding the pinwheel
lot
at
of
all
chip
costs.
damage.
No meter on the side of Sonic Fox. He can only do the Space Storm level 3. You can't afford to take any hits from these projectiles.
He got him! He got him! Cloud 805 is your Power Stone wielder at the Battle for the Stones tournament here at the Red Bull Proving Grounds.
Next up is Canada Cup 2017. What better way to showcase competitive Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite with an equally exciting event as players fought for the Mind Stone, which we revealed gives the Stone Bearer the ability to take control of his opponent and choose his characters and Infinity Stone for one match. The Marvel Gods represented in top 8 with Evil Genius's Chris G, Splice's Filipino Champ, and Echo Fox's Justin Wong looking to hone their skills before the Battle for the Stones finals. But they would need to get through a handful of players looking to assume roles as new gods, like Ron Masama, Clockwork, Nick Jones, Timo, and the current wielder of the Soul Stone, Rise's Richard Nguyen. Both Timo and Richard Nguyen kicked off top 8 by beating Justin Wong and F-Champ in winner's side. In a 3-2 set, Nguyen beat Timo to get into grand finals. All 3 Marvel Gods won their first matches in the losers bracket, with Justin Wong eliminating Nick Jones and F-Champ before falling to Timo 3-2 in losers finals. With the grand finals between Timo and Richard Nguyen set, someone was going to take control of the Mind Stone, setting up an unlikely scenario. If Richard Nguyen had won Canada Cup, he would have gotten a choice of which Infinity Stone to keep. Coming from the losers bracket, Timo needed 6 games to win the tournament. He started game 1 off with a 242-hit unfathomable combo and took that first game convincingly. The two traded game for game until Timo breathed a huge sigh of relief after closing out the first set 3-2, resetting the bracket. Nguyen opened up the second set with a very convincing win of his own. As if things couldn't get any more exciting, Game 2's result was a double KO. The two played on, and eventually Timo took a 2-1 lead. He only needed one more game to qualify for the Battle for the Stones finals and to claim the Mind Stone. Take a look at what happened.
Ginsu knives. Never need sharpening.
What's gonna happen right now? This is
all Richard Nguyen. I don't see what Teemo can do here. Even if he sets a thorns, he's just gonna up back.
Finds a hit though. He does have a nice chunk of that Space Stone left. If he can get in, finds a hit
see what he can do
in
with
the
this.
staircase.
Super.
Not gonna kill.
He is out of meter. Flame Carpet saved him. Okay. Yahoo! Oh, got pulled. Uh-oh!
What
Super!
can he do? What can he do? Is that
Strike.
down
Oh,
character?
Yo!
Teemo takes grand finals here at Battle of the Stones Canada Cup 2017, and he gets the Mind Stone.
If people are rushing the stage, I hope there's not another match going on over there. Yo! That was godlike.
With Red Bull Proving Grounds and Canada Cup down, we have one more Infinity Stone up for grabs, the Reality Stone at Latin America Regional Finals. But don't forget, we have 3 upcoming online qualifiers. Dates for those will be announced soon. You can't win an Infinity Stone at the online qualifiers, but you will earn a spot at the Battle for the Stones Finals in December. Congrats again to Cloud805 and Teemo, but let's move on to an interview with Rise Nation's Richard Nguyen, who had a strong performance, of course, at SCR, before going to Italy to win the Soul Stone at Milan Games Week, and nearly taking another tournament at Canada Cup. I'm here joined by Richard Nguyen, who of course won Milan Games Week. I know I should actually know this, but I can't remember. Which stone did you win?
The Soul Stone.
Soul Stone, that's right.
Yeah.
And of course you put on a great performance at SCR, which I think a lot of people saw, and of course Rise Nation took notice and signed you as a result. We'll get to that real quick, but first thing I wanted to ask you, since playing in SCR and of course since playing in Milan, I'm sure you've had a chance to watch some more Marvel, whether it's Battle for the Stones or weekly tournaments, whatever. What do you think of the competition, the tournament so far since Marvel released and Battle for the Stones started?
I think there's some people that actually really know how to play the game, but there's a lot of players that still don't know, like, this. Honestly, it's like the kind of like the fundamental principles of this game.
Okay.
Very simply, it's like the main point that they're missing is stop using meter and combos that don't kill.
Okay.
Like, I see a bunch of Jettas keep doing air super and Thanos air super for no reason. But there's some people like Cloud and Clockwork. I think they really know how to play the game, and I think they're like the scariest right now. And Sonic Fox is like almost there, but like he's one of the people who still like burn meter and combos. If he just doesn't, if he stops doing that, I think he'll be so good, because then he can combo break now, and he'll never be on the defense for long, honestly.
We'll get to Sonic Fox and some of those other guys in a second. That's interesting that you mentioned that. So basically, I feel like what you're kind of saying is, and we're still in that early period where of course everyone's figuring out the game, right? Like I actually feel like when you played at SCR, of course the game and the meta is even very different compared to now. So what is it that you've done to kind of, because I think what we're talking about here is being optimal, right? So what is it that you've done to kind of set yourself apart from some of these other players that makes what you do more optimal?
So yeah, recently in the past few weeks, there's been a rise in the usage of the Space Stone, because it's just very, very good. It's like an automatic free damage, because you get like 20 seconds to land a hit to free level 3. So like there's a bunch of players using that. So I was trying to figure out how to beat that, and I came up with the character. I'll just say it because it's not too secretive, but it's Strider. Okay. I think Strider might be pretty good against the box, because Ouroboros like protects him in the box, and then he can get the full screen Graham the satellite combo. And I think Strider is just a really good character that people are sleeping on.
Based on what you've seen to this point, are there any players who have stones that worry you?
Okay, so I actually was tweeting about this last night.
Okay, I missed that, but I should go check.
Okay, people keep saying the Space Stone, Sactap Stone, is the best stone right now. I think it's the worst stone. What Space Stone does is let you move in the bracket to a different position.
Sure.
But I think it doesn't give you an advantage necessarily, and it doesn't help you win the tournament. It just helps you get, like, you let you play. Like it's funny. I think Viscont's a very good player, but people dub this stone to play Viscont for first round stone, which is so funny. But yeah, like even like that, like it just helps you pass the first round, and that's it.
Yeah.
I think the best stones is my stone, the Soul Stone, which erases the loss, or Cloud Stone. Cloud Stone is the Power Stone, which lets you get the first combo in a round, and don't give an advantage within the match.
Yeah. So
like against a good player, like in grand finals, I think these two stones, at least from the 4 that were revealed, will be like it actually will make a big difference.
Yeah, and just as a reminder, there's still Reality and Mind to go. So Reality, I believe, is Canada Cup, and Mind is Latin America Regional Finals.
I'm pretty sure that's right.
What did you, since we brought up Cloud, what did you think about Red Bull Proving Ground? I'm assuming you watched some of it, maybe saw that grand finals. What did you think?
Yeah, I watched like the top 8, most of it. Yeah, Cloud played really, really good. He did some stuff that not a lot of people saw, I think. And Sonic Fox, it was really good. Like Sonic Fox laid a trap with Rocket Raccoon, like the small trap, the fire trap, and then I didn't know this, but Dante could do Jetstream, and Jetstream broke the trap and it hit Rocket. It was really good, and this is used to like the Zero's broken uppercut, invincible meterless uppercut. Right. Yeah, Cloud played that really, really good. Yeah, I'm happy for him.
So far, based on what you've seen, we kind of touched on this, but maybe give me like your top 3 or who you think some of the best Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite competitors are right now, including yourself if you want.
Including myself, I think the best would be Justin, Cloud, and I'm kind of sad he didn't even make top 8 at Red Bull Proving Grounds, but Clockwork.
Okay.
I think he plays. Yeah, so I think he's gonna be. It's hard to say. It's like he's really offensive, and like he could be like the best offensive player ever. Like just like randomly 3-0 the best player, but he's gonna be a little inconsistent. So just for consistency's sake, I would say Justin, Cloud, and then Sonic Fox.
Okay. So when and where does Richard Nguyen compete next? Are you just like laying in the cut, just waiting to see what happens, or are you gonna show up and kind of, like Canada Cup, show up and show everyone that like, oh yeah, it wasn't a fluke? Like what's the deal?
Yeah, I'm gonna go to Canada Cup. Okay. So yeah, I'm not gonna be using Dormammu there. Okay. I was practicing 2 characters, Strider and Monster Hunter actually. So I don't think my Monster Hunter is ready, honestly. So I'm probably going to use the Dante Strider team. I just really I think that team has a lot of potential. I think Strider's very hard, though, so I'm still, like, trying to, like, practice him a lot. Like, there's some things that are really hard with them, so I just really want to take it to a, competitive tournament right before the Battle for the Stones tournament, just so I can get my nerves out of the way, because I'm just playing online right now, essentially.
Since you brought up Monster Hunter, what do you think about the DLC characters?
The DLC, let's see. Monster Hunter has potential, I think. Yeah, her armor, the Corsical Forward Heavy Punch, like the infinite armor one, that one is pretty good to help like set up characters. Yeah. Like for like, Doctor Strange, or for example, like she can do it, tag him, and they kind of have to respect it, and then you could like lay out the glyphs or something. Yeah. I think she has a lot of potential. Yeah, it's still hard to say. I think Black Panther is a struggle. It's hard to say. He's kind of a hard character. He's really stubby.
People like his movement, though, from what I read.
Yeah. I think he has potential, too. Like, once people, like, master him, then possibly he could, like, just open people up for free. Yeah. Just like right now, like, in week 1, it's... I barely played him, but from a few of my friends who did try to main him, they said, like, yeah, just his stubbiness kind of, like, held him back a bit. But they're still learning. And then the last one is Sigma. I actually barely tried Sigma. I don't usually like the big, bulky characters usually, so I kind of dodged. I did still get him. I played against a few. Again, I think he has potential. Yeah. It's hard to say. They're all pretty, like, unique in their own way. There wasn't really a character like any of the 3 of them currently.
I have to say, I'm not sure that I've seen any one player go from not even winning a tournament, but you had a really good showing at SCR, and then I think you had tweeted about something like you wanted to continue playing, or you wanted to see if maybe you could find a sponsor or whatever. And of course, a lot of people do that, right? Mm-hmm. And then almost immediately we find out you're signed by Rise Nation, who's put together a pretty good FGC team. So tell me a little bit how that worked out, and of course what it's like, I guess, being part of Rise Nation, which has some pretty strong fighting game players.
Yeah, it's a funny story. I tweeted that out. I basically said it's very unfortunate I didn't make it. I didn't qualify. Yeah. And I can't really travel because I'm working, and I don't want to spend money traveling and stuff. So I was like, it sucks that I can't make it another qualifier. And then another of the top 8 competitors that night was Marn, who was sponsored by Rise Nation. Mm-hmm. And we talked before. I would say we're friends, but we don't not close friends at all. Right. And then I was just watching the top 8. Well, I wasn't even watching. I was so sad that I was just on my phone the whole time. And then out of nowhere, something's hitting me. I'm like, what's hitting me? And then I look, and it's a shirt. It's a Rise Nation jersey. And then it was Martin just whacking me with this shirt. And then he was just if you're interested, just talk to me. And then I just told him to sit down. Then we talked a bit. It was just Martin was basically really supportive of me. Mm-hmm. He said that he thought I was really ahead of the curve, essentially, of all the players at the time. And the tournament in Italy, he thought I could win. It was within 4 or 5 days I had to book my flight. And then it was basically Martin. He was my ambassador to Rise, and he really supported me, and he just had a lot of confidence in me, and that was really nice to have, honestly.
Have you ever been to Italy before?
I didn't even have a passport.
Wow.
Yeah, the farthest I've traveled was Hawaii when I was 13 for my birthday, but that's it. But being with Rise is awesome. They're just I never really had what my sponsors before was I was sponsored by Mad Cats, but it was just a product sponsorship. They would Mark Mann just gave me sticks and stuff. It was awesome still. Yeah. But my other sponsor was Eternal Rival, which they only flew me out to one of the tournaments in Texas for Street Fighter Cross Tekken, actually. But I didn't really get to travel too much with them. Rise had just been, just sending me to Italy in 3 days time, and then Canada now. It's a really awesome feeling, and I'm very, very thankful for them. And also just little things, going to Italy, I was it was my first time out of the country. I was hey, can I get a gaming laptop so I can practice on the plane or the hotel room? And they just said sure. They just said they want me to have the most practice I can, because they really think I could win. So just having all that support, literal direct support. I had the support from fans before, but I didn't have this much support. It felt really good to me just to have people that really believed in me. So that was really nice.
It's great that you found a team, a supportive team, but it's also interesting that technically Marn is also is part of your competition, but he put it out there and was able to, I guess, assist with that. And I know he does that for other players as well. He's done that Street Fighter 5 and whatnot. So. Really cool that he did that, and of course it's great that you're able to get out. It's, I think, one of the coolest things for anyone, whether it's fighting game related or not, is if you actually get to go somewhere a different country, because that's a totally different experience. So
yeah, it definitely was
really cool that you got to do that. All right, last question, going into Capcom Cup and that Battle for the Stones final, how confident are you? Does Richard Nguyen take this whole thing?
I'm training. It's honestly,
I'm gonna put you on the spot. Does Richard Nguyen take this whole thing? Can he
just real talk? Everyone there, the past Evo champions, they're all really good. Justin's really good. Chris G's getting his footing now. Cloud's there, really good. Sonic Fox is gonna qualify, honestly, in these next 2 qualifiers. it's going to be very, very tough. But I do have an advantage because I think I have, like I said, one of the 2 best stones.
Yep.
So that is going to help me, at least with one match. So I am feeling good.
Come on, give me some good old Marvel smack talk. Like you're going, you're winning this whole Richard Nguyen. Like it's in your name, win.
I'm a realist, honestly. So okay. I would like to say I'm gonna win, but I just want to put a good show. I want to show Strider in particular.
Okay.
I think he's, like I said, I think he's a hard character. I want to show his potential, and I would love to take it home, and that's what I'm aiming for. But just to show up there, represent Rise Nation and show some cool stuff. I just really want to just put on a good show.
All right, fair enough. Well, congrats on everything so far, and of course, good luck at Canada Cup. We'll look forward to checking that out. That is the weekend of October 28th, 29th, I believe it is.
It's this weekend, right?
Yeah, this coming weekend. So
yeah.
People can look forward to that. Twitch.tv/Battle for the Stones. I know that's been a little bit confusing, but that's the official channel we're using for the Marvel Infinite Battle for the Stones tournaments. Again, good luck. Congrats on all the success so far, and hopefully we'll talk. Well, of course we'll talk soon at Capcom Cup for sure.
Okay, sweet. Looking forward to it.
All right, take care.
All right, bye.
That's it for this week. Thank you to Rise Nation's Richard Nguyen for talking with me, and be sure to tune into twitch.tv/Battle for the Stones for the Battle for the Stones tournament in Brazil at the Latin America Regional Finals, where the Reality Stone is up for grabs. Also, don't forget, we'll be announcing dates for the online qualifiers very soon. Follow at Marvel vs. Capcom on Twitter for updates on that. You can follow me on Twitter at Bizarro_Mike, 1Z, 2 Rs, and at Capcom Fighters for Street Fighter V and Capcom Pro Tour updates. I'm Michael Martin, and this is Wake Up Wednesdays.